I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to be back. So, yesterday in the Kati axis of Mali, there is a big hit, and it's a privilege for me to bring this information to you. There is a particular man in the name Mohammed A.G. Intala and Iyad A.G. Gali. They were actually obliterated in the Special Forces operation, in Mali yesterday in the Kati region. What they wanted to do was to ensure that the hydrocarbon convoy does not make it to the capital, Bamako, right? So this was in the outskirts of the Kati region. So yesterday when this information came out, there are two sides. There are three sides to every story now. The pro-Malian side, the terrorist side, and the European side, right? Because there are so many pro-European accounts on X right now. They don't have the legitimate information, but they are supporting the terrorists. What I found out, I got a receipt and I'm going to post it right here when the time comes. So there is this man, there's this man who happens to be the cousin of one of the biggest leader of JNIM. Is the one called Iyad A.G. Gali. He was actually shot, he was actually taken out, and is the leader of the group in the Boali Forest axis. According to the information we received from reliable sources, they said he got shot in his temple, and that was it. So we are sorry about that. As we speak right now, he's where he's supposed to be. So the second information of today, we have the Malian government. Right now, they've cancelled over 100 mining permits today. According to the information we're given, they said these mining permits, the mining license that this organization carried before, they carried a lot of exploitative clauses, and now they are cancelling this mining permits so that they might come back to the negotiating table and renegotiate with the new mining code. Don't forget, the mining code change over time. It depends on how the Malians see things. It depends on the economic situation, the global economic situation. And things change over time. And don't forget, most of these companies whose mining license and permit had been taken, it's not taken because the Malian authorities just woke up and they feel like, okay, we are going to break it. No, there must be some exploitative clauses, like they've said, and there might have been some particular, jurisdiction within the legal confines through which this mining permit was offered, that these companies must have crossed. Maybe before, some of these things have been noticed, but they were still being allowed to go on with the operation. That was in the democratic time, but it takes time. It takes different legal procedures and all of that to bring these people to book. And now the Malian authorities have now taken this mining permit away. So they will have to come back to the negotiating table, and they will have to work things out with the Malian authorities to get back in. You see, like I said, the blessing of Mali works hand in hand with the doom. I saw a map today of a particular European outlet. They quoted the entire Malian territory in gold. If you don't get it, just forget about it. Mali is a gold field. Take it or leave it. To me, when it comes to gold, it's like the richest country on the planet. And the thing is this, the fact that so many nations are now pursuing the global de-dollarization agenda, and China is taking steps, everybody is moving, and now the value of the gold is soaring more than ever. That is why you see Mali is having more issue than ever. If you don't get it, forget about it. Now let's go to the next information. A diesel tanker has just been captured in Mali. Now, this diesel tanker was actually diverted along the Kita-Nguela region. It was seized by the gendarmes, at Kati. The law enforcement dismantled the trafficking operation. There are some sources that claim that this, diesel truck was to be diverted, and the jerrycans that were filled up, some of it was going to be redistributed to the agents of destabilization in Mali. But it has now been spotted and everything has been confiscated. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you feel about this? Now, there are two sides. Once there is any type of crisis within any society, there are people that always see it as an opportunity to make a lot of money. So, like I've always said, the first security, the first agents of trouble are the ones within. It is not whoever is bringing propaganda out there that is going to cause the problem. So now the responsibility is down to the citizens of Mali. Whatever result they want to get at the end of the day, Assimi Goita is doing his best, but you can see some set of people trying to, you're trying to benefit from a terrible situation, a situation that is being resolved, that has been, a situation that has already been arrested, and everybody is trying to get back to the normal. But because you've made some money before, or you are trying to make a whole generational wealth, you are trying to, I don't know if anybody understand what I'm trying to say. So the truck has been confiscated. Now the owner of this truck will have to lose a whole lot of money. It's just good to be good. And at the end of the day, according to some of the anonymous sources that said, they thwarted the move because they were trying to take a particular route that leads only to the jihadist enclaves. So good one from the Malian Armed Forces, good one from the gendarmes in Mali to have, sabotage this mission. So now we have something I need to inform you guys about. There are different accounts on X that are propping so many negative propagandas. There is a guy that's changed his name to Nikolai Petra Melnikov. He actually used the Russian flag to tag his name. So it's a bot account that is being operated by French propaganda media. He actually put out a lot of negative things out there, but we're able to capture the agenda of this particular X operator. The reason is because now they think that the Malian people and people in Africa, they love Russia more. So if they want to sell out information, negative information now, they're now using Russian, tags just to make sure, they feel that Africans don't have the brain to decipher their left from their right. The agenda is, any truth that negates their own narrative. What do they call it? They call it Russian propaganda. So that's why they are now adopting this dummy, style. But we've been able to capture that. And another account called Cosus Belli. This account have been spreading propaganda that the Australian embassy and the German embassy have now been calling on the nationals in Mali to actually find any way to leave the country, that is, the security situation is actually desperate and yada, yada, yada. That is a lie, okay? Mali is at peace. In fact, we have the Gacha militia in Kidal. They are actually, telling the people that, look, Kidal is more safer than ever.
Bonsoir pour tout le monde. Assalamu alaikum. Nous sommes là à Kidal. Nous sommes de la plateforme Mouvement Autodéfense Touareg Gimradi Ali. Gatia. Nous sommes des FAMa. Et FAMa est de nous. On salue le président de la République. Nous sommes avec notre armée. Nous sommes avec les autorités.
This Gatia militia, They are covering both the outskirts of Kidal and they are inside Kidal. They are maintaining the internal security in Kidal. They are from the Tuareg ethnicity. So, you know, most of the information you hear that this happened in Kidal, that happened in Kidal, it's not inside Kidal. It's actually in the outskirts of Kidal. And just to be clear with you, the African Corps and the Gatia militia, they actually work hand in hand to maintain the internal security of the northern sector of Mali. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first information we said we should bring to you. Yeah, we just came back like we never left. And for a minute right there, I said I should bring you this information. I hope you love it. If you're new on the channel, you can help us by clicking the like, share, subscribe button. And if you coming back another time and you enjoy what we do and you're feeling generous, you can drop a comment in the comment section below. Hit the like button. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. It's your boy 72 Android signing out. Enough said, but before I go, much love and salute.